Yo, today I'm going to be talking about not my anime figure haul for March 2020 because I did not order a lot of things for this month. I almost said year. Yeah, I ordered a lot of things this year. Shit. I got one figure in. That's the Naneshko DX Nendoroid. I got her from Good Smile US, but I'm going to keep her sealed for the time being because I want the Rin Nendoroid on her scooter, and I want to try to push off opening up an Android as much as possible because I don't really like posing them and whatever, but they're not as bad as Figma, so it's alright. But the Naneshko, I'm going to keep her sealed until I can get my hands on a Rin. So what are we talking about today then? If you didn't read the title, at the end of March, I was looking at my collection. I was thinking about all the figures that I currently have in my room that are open, and all open pre-orders that I have with Ami and the boxes that I have with Solaris that haven't shipped here yet, and like the future of Bai and like whatever, blah blah blah. And I was kind of thinking about what figures I wanted to give to my friends, because my friends are obviously my friends, and I know that some of them are stoked that I want to open up an anime store, so I wanted to give them something that could help them with their anime figure collection, to say the least. And I wanted them to at least look at an anime figure up close and personal, and not some kind of bootleg that they're gonna end up buying for like $50 at an event that happens around here. So I wanted to help them do that. And obviously these figures I already bought for myself. All I did was just like dust them and just repackage them, and plusly they're local, so I'm not paying an arm and a leg for shipping. Instead of like if I was sending it over like to somebody in the East Coast, it's fucking like $1 million. So like, you know, I might as well. It also alleviates some of the karma I've been having for some of my gacha luck, because oh my god, Project Sankai is beating my ass. So when I was looking through my collection, I kind of had a couple of questions I asked myself when I was looking at the figures and wondering if I wanted to give them away to my friends. And the first one was, do I like this figure enough to keep it in my collection? And the answer was no. Then I asked myself, you know, why was the case? And after that would be if I would buy the figure again. And if the answer to that was no, then yeah, I'm giving it away. But the answer was yes, then for whatever reason I just would keep it after that point. And there's only one of them that I can think of that I would buy again, but there's a bigger circle reason why I would do that, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Currently all of them are currently on the floor until I can ship them out. If my friends are watching this, I will get them out to you, I swear, during either this month or May. They will get to you. But anyway, let's start with a figure that I've already sent out to one of my friends. Actually, it was his birthday this weekend, and I wanted to give him something for his little collection, and because he thought so highly of me, I wanted to make sure that I gave him something cultured. So I gave him this Baikyu bunny of Hatsune Miku, and I did like this figure. I actually really did. I really liked the fact that it had real tights. I really liked the art style. I forgot the artist's name, I'm sorry, but I really like how Miku looks here. The only problem was that her base was so huge. Like, it's such a big oval, and funny enough, this Miku and the first Baikyu bunny Miku, they had this weird era of having different bases. So base 1 had this gigantic oval, but it had a backdrop. And then version 2 was the one that I had, which was just a gigantic oval fucking fuck off base. And then the third one is currently what Furyu does now, which is a tiny circle. So the answer to my second question of would I buy this figure again is actually yes, I would buy this figure again. I would just buy it when I have the tiny circle one, because when I bought it, it was kind of during the craze of, oh my god, Baikyu bunnies are the hottest shit. So I got hooked up through the hype, and I ended up buying one that had a gigantic fuck off oval, and here I am. Oops. I'll probably be on the lookout for that circle one, but it's not going to be high up there because maybe in another day I'll end up getting that My Dear Bunny Miku Komiya. Speaking of Bunny Miku, my next one up that I'm seeing on the floor is this second season spring version of Hatsune Miku by Taito. So this one I ended up buying because a YouTuber I used to watch pretty frequently said that this is one of the best Hatsune Miku figures. And don't get me wrong, I actually really do like her sculpt, her paint job. It's really nice. It's just that whenever I look at her, I'm kind of I'm just okay about it, I don't know what's about it, but I think it's just like after the initial buy and having it in my collection, she's just kind of okay compared to everything else around it. Even around all my other prize figures, like I think all my other prize figures I kind of like a little bit more than this one. I will say this one's pretty good for like a prize cranes figure, and it's not something all in the line of Taito's AMP line, which I think their AMP line is one of the best prize figure lines to ever exist, but I'll get to that in a little bit. This just kind of regular Easter Bunny Miku it's just fine, and I don't think I see myself ever buying her again. Like when I was putting her in the box, like her peg is kind of like wobbly, so like just a little bit of push will just like she'll kind of shake, but she'll be okay. But yeah, that's kind of my feeling about it. Next one is this Hatsune Miku Ribbon Heart version. Absolutely adore this one. She looks so cute, and I really like how they had like this like glitter in like her dress, her hair. It's just, oh my god, it's so good. And her kind of heart base too as well. I think the only reason why I'm really getting of it is because out of all like the prize figures, this one doesn't have sentimental value to me, and this one is kind of just it's fine. For prize figures I think she's great, but I wouldn't buy her again. And there's nothing really stopping me from like giving her away. And I know that my friends are going to take care of them, and if they do end up selling them, then I mean go for them. Then they could put that money to something else, like buying Luna albums or something, or buying another anime figure. Same goes for the next two I'm going to just briefly talk about, because I have the same feeling about them as I do this Ribbon Heart Miku, and that would be this Hatsune Miku costumes China dress version made by Taito, and this Chinese dress Hatsune Miku, I think that one's made by Furyu. Just thinking about noodle stoppers, I'm pretty sure it's made by Furyu. The Chinese dress Miku, I actually kind of like the Chinese Miku. That was the only one that I was like, do I really want to give her out? But considering I know who's getting it, I was like, yeah, okay, it's fine. If I had the chance to buy her again, I mean maybe, but the only reason why I would buy her again is so that I would put her in a PC, and that's about it, because she's so small. She's kind of tiny, but she's really cute. The Chinese dress noodle stopper figure though, oh my god, the box is so huge. I think a lot of people don't think about when they are collecting anime figures. We don't really talk about box storage, because that's kind of like one of the like least things on our mind. And by the way, please keep your boxes. I think the only boxes that are worth throwing away I'm going to be talking about in a little bit here, because I do have them. But if they're like prize figures, like I'm still willing to keep prize figure boxes. The only like boxes I'm going to throw away is if it's like the like minifigure boxes or like the remint boxes. Yeah, I'm tossing those. But like, my god, this China dress noodle stopper is so huge, and I think that's just because she comes with a gigantic kind of circle like cup base. Supposed to be as big as like an actual ramen noodle cup, but like I just couldn't. I don't think I would ever buy her again, just because her box is just so huge. And I think her quality overall isn't really that up to par for Furyu's noodle stoppers, if I had to be honest. Like, the instructions quite literally say to super glue her hair so that it doesn't fall apart. So it's like, her hair is pretty heavy though, so I'm not surprised. The next two that I will loop in together are the Hatsune Miku Winter Live and the Kagami Rin Winter Live. These are actually Taito online exclusive, And these boxes I've been considering tossing because like I'm running out of box space, and I was like, maybe I should just toss those. But like I looked at them, I've thought about completing the set and getting Kokami Len, the online exclusive where he's winking. But like when I thought about it more, I was like, really? Do I really want the entire 3 set of these? Not really, if I had to be honest. Like, I'd rather have enough space in my collection for another figure. And these were kind of in like a dedicated, like I wanted a like racing Miku shelf, but like it was just like these 2 girls in front of like my racing 2018 Aquamarine Miku. So I was kind of just like, I think it's about time I let these go. These Taito online exclusive boxes, I also understand if you toss these out, because they all they have is just a label of what the figure is, and it's just a plain white box. So if you toss these, then like I don't blame you, because it's just taking up space for no reason, and it's not even anything to write home about. And then the final one that is currently in my room right now is the Princess Mermaid Amp Hatsune Miku by Taito. This one I think is their first amp figure, and a lot of people are giving this line hype because of it, and I mean this line deserves all the hype. I've heard iffy things about their next figure, which was the Happy 2020 Cat Miku. She's kind of up in the air, but this Mermaid Miku absolutely blows every single prize figure out of the water. Joke intended. She's just so beautiful, dude. They actually did like actual paint job on it, and she's so complex for a prize figure, and her base isn't just like a basic circle base. It's like clams and stuff like that. Oh, it's so good. I actually really like this figure. This one's one of the prize figures where like it had sentimental value to me. I would have kept it, and the only prize figures that I have currently are ones that have sentimental value to me. I've only decided to keep one that was like, this is gonna be my all like best Miku, which is a Hatsune Miku, the tropical summer version, because she reminds me of Baja Blast. So automatically best prize figure to ever exist. But this one, kind of second place, not gonna lie. She is high up there. And I decided to give her out last minute because my friend asked me, oh, what figures do you want to give out? And I kind of looked at her and I kind of ran it through my brain, and like honestly, for how long I've had her, I don't think I really want to buy her again if I did give her away. I do intend to at least get another amp prize figure, but maybe a different one along the line, because I thought about getting that cat one, but I've heard kind of iffy things about it, so I'll just wait. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It doesn't matter to me at this point, because prize figures, I have gotten so many like pre-orders for like scales, and it's kind of, I'm at the point where it's like I like prize figures, don't get me wrong. It's just that I don't want to waste space on prize figures when I can have that space for scale figures, if that makes sense, you know? So yeah, that's about all the figures I'm going to give away, I believe. I think that's all I wanted to say in the matter. So I hope this video helped you in looking at your collection and kind of helping you determine what figures that you want to sell or give away to your friends, or whatever you want to do with them. I'm not going to judge. You don't have to tell me, because it's your collection. At the end of the day, if a figure doesn't make you happy, you can get rid of it however you want. Just don't dump them. Okay, please.